Today we're going to talk about how to create courage in your children.
Commissioner.
Batman, thank you for coming. This is Spider-Man.
Whoa, what is this? I thought there'd be pizza.
You two are going to be working together from now on.
Yes!
So excited.
No, he's from the Marvel Universe. It will never work.
Well, come on, Batman. Show a little courage.
Courage? Courage flows through every vein in my biceps. I just don't want to do it.
Uh-huh, sure. About 10 years ago, I was at the base of a ski mountain with my son after a long day of snowboarding. As I grabbed my board to leave, a very loud and powerful explosion ripped through the air. We turned around and saw flames and smoke rising out of the children's nursery. I immediately started running. I wasn't being courageous, I just hadn't stopped to think. Running in snowboard boots is tough, and I was completely winded by the time I reached the nursery. There was one other man who arrived with me, and we both stopped and stared at the hole where the doors used to be. The floor was covered in a huge mess of ceiling tiles. Fire was racing up the walls to the roof, and there was smoke and dust everywhere. And it smelled very strongly like propane. At that moment, when we smelled the propane, fear struck us both. It was one thing to rush up to a damaged building, but it was quite another to rush into a building that smelled like it could blow up a second time. In that surreal moment, the man next to me turned and said, "You go first." And to my surprise, I did. I immediately began to pray and root through the rubble to find anyone who needed help. Together we searched under the fallen light fixtures and the ceiling tiles. We quickly lifted cabinets and moved rubble aside to make sure that no one was hurt underneath. Thankfully, we found no one because no one was there. The area that had exploded was the kitchen between the classrooms. All the children had escaped through the side doors. As I walked back out the hole in the front of the building, I realized everything was going to be okay. And then I started sobbing in relief. I didn't tell you this story so you'd think I was brave. Truthfully, I was a little surprised that I had done the right thing. Sometimes when things get really scary, I don't always do what is best. But from this event, I realized something cool. My parents had been able to teach me courage.
I don't want to do this.
What are you afraid of?
Nothing.
Well, then you're not courageous.
Courage? Yeah, I'm not afraid of anything.
You can't show courage if you're not scared.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Remind them that courage is when we do the right thing, even when we're afraid. Help them understand that it's okay to be afraid, but they should never lash out or hurt others. Guide your child to see the path that will lead them to the best solution.
So how do you feel about this situation?
I don't feel anything specific to this specific situation.
Oh, let me try this again. Is this thing worrying you? How do you feel about the team up?
I'm afraid.
Now we're getting somewhere. How can you be courageous if you're afraid?
I wasn't finished. I'm afraid you're going to get hurt.
Choosing courage is choosing to grow into a better person, which is something that doesn't happen if we always play it safe.
Spider-Man, I owe you an apology. Thank you for helping me get over my fear of teaming up with other heroes.
Awesome.
I will form a group of the greatest superheroes the world has ever seen.
Oh no.
We will call ourselves the Justice League.
Sounds great.
You want to go work out?
You bet.
All right.
I'm not saying that it's easy, but it is the best way to help your child grow. When you teach courage, you leave a legacy of strong and brave children in a world that needs courageous people. You can start today. Just find that one thing you don't want to do because you're scared or worried. Then grab your kid and start showing them what it means to have courage.